Hello and welcome once again to Pitch Night. Please take your seats at this time. The program is about to begin. Thank you very much. Please take time to silence your phone at this time to pay attention to the beautiful pitches we have once again. Thank you and welcome.
Good evening, and welcome to the 5th Annual Entrepreneurship and Business Academy Pitch Night. My name is Ian Jones, and I will be your student co-host for the evening. This event is the culmination of a year's worth of work for our entrepreneurship and innovation students in their Incubator EDU and Design for Entrepreneurs classes. Tonight, you will hear from 6 teams who will pitch their business ideas to our panelists, and then the judges will then decide their merits of the idea. Teams may receive all the funding they are asking for, or they could receive more or less based on what the judges think. Tonight, the judges have $25,000 to provide to the top teams. Oh yeah. Prior to the start of this event, there were 10 additional Incubator EDU teams who participated in a preliminary pitch competition. These teams have developed commercial pitch videos which showcase their business ideas and lessons learned throughout the class of Incubator. These video commercials will be shown during the judges' deliberations after the pitches tonight. As we begin our evening, I would like to introduce you to Mr. Bruce Thompson. Mr. Thompson has been involved with Pitch Night from the very start and is tonight's benefactor for the funding provided to the teams. Born in Norfolk and raised in Virginia Beach, Bruce Thompson's career began at the age of 8, catching and selling blue crabs for 60 cents per dozen. He also sold Christmas cards and ran 2 paper routes to earn spending money. He worked in Pungo hog farming, and in his late teens began organizing national concerts and foosball tournaments. Mr. Thompson, the quintessential entrepreneur, has built, owned, and operated over a dozen different highly successful companies in various industries that include travel, retail, transportation, food and beverage, timeshare, hotel, and commercial real estate. As Thompson expanded his ventures into hotels and restaurants, he eventually founded what is known today as Gold Key PHR. Today, the company operates with a variety of hotels, restaurants, multifamily and commercial real estate, and has become a key developer in the coastal Virginia area. Mr. Thompson credits his success to the encouragement and support he has received from his role models and mentors, particularly at a young age. He strives to do the same for the aspiring entrepreneurs of the future. We are so excited to have Mr. Thompson, a true local entrepreneur, involved with our program. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Thompson to the stage.
I'm going to make a comment with this microphone. Well, is this on? Yeah, there you go. Well, welcome. It's great to see you all here. This is our 5th year here, and tonight we are catapulting past $100,000 in gifts and grants that we have with what we're going to be giving these young entrepreneurs that are going to come out here and give it their very best to try and get a chunk of that startup cash to get their business rolling. It's also very, very rewarding for me having the opportunity to come back to the school on several different occasions to see that we're graduating classes now from the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy. And not only that, but we've actually got product out to market. It's so fun to be able to come in and see the different groups and see them in the hall and see them out here now, many of them being seniors this year and moving on, and talking to them about exactly where they stand with their product, and they're at market and they are successful. For those that have not been here before, it's important to understand 2 things. Number one, the premise that we have with the Shark Tank sort of format that we have tonight with clearly, as you'll see when their resumes come out, esteemed entrepreneurs, highly successful people that have been in business in the Hampton Roads region and beyond for years and years and years. But it's important to understand that we know as entrepreneurs that not every idea is a good idea. Not everything comes out of the gates and is successful. Many of you all have probably seen Shark Tank. We have our own Mr. Wonderful here. But it's important to know, and everybody's going to be a little sympathetic and it's hard on us too, but we're going to flat tell them if their idea is not ready, they're not getting funded. And it hurts me sometimes because I know some of them have worked so hard, but they need to hear that, pivot, go back home, go back to the office, go back to their garage, wherever they're working, and adjust their plan and come back again. Now, some of the groups tonight may not even ask for enough money, but we have enough confidence in them that we'll fund them greater than what they have, and that's part of the program. The impetus behind this is, and at least from my perspective, I left home when I was 17 years old, and I had a lot of folks that had a lot of big ideas and a lot of folks that really helped me. You know, you get a scholarship for music, you get a scholarship for athletics, and you get a scholarship for art, and you can get a scholarship for gaming, but entrepreneurs have to find their own path. So the opportunity 5 years ago when I got involved with the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy was the idea that, hey, these are sophomores, they're getting started, they've got an idea. Let's show them by bringing this esteemed group of entrepreneurs and by giving them some money that they have the opportunity to be successful, that we got their back, and while they might not get a scholarship, they might be on the precipice of the next Google or the next whatever that I can't even think of might come. But to me, it was a watch that you could talk into. But so anyway, so welcome. I can't wait to introduce you to the panel tonight. It's an unbelievable group, and that's it for now.
Okey-dokey.
Thank y'all. Let's have some fun.
That's perfect. The judges that will be joining Mr. Thompson tonight are the Honorable Karen Merrick, Monique Adams, Morgan Davis, Gilbert Bland, Kirk Delaney, and Drew Ungavarsky. Please take a look at this video introduction of our fantastic panelists for the evening.
Good evening, Kimsel community. The Sharks are back to hear your ideas at Kimsel High School. Hopeful students dream of a chance to make their inventions a reality in hopes of product distribution. Karen Merrick is an entrepreneur, board director, advisor, and executive with over 25 years of experience launching new companies, reinventing companies, leading business improvement transformation, and overseeing change management. Born in Norfolk and raised in Virginia Beach, Bruce Thompson's career began at age 8. He worked on a hog farm and in his late teens began organizing national concerts and foosball tournaments. Mr. Thompson, quintessential entrepreneur, has built, owned, and operated over a dozen different highly successful companies in various industries, including travel, retail, transportation, food and beverage, timeshare, hotel, and commercial real estate. As executive director, Monique Adams launched 757 Angels in 2015. 757 Angels has grown to one of the largest angel groups in the country, with 140 members and investors that have injected over $130 million of capital into startup and early stage companies. Capital investment has resulted in the creation of over 1,500 high-paying jobs. Through 757 Angels' regional platform, Monique has local and statewide leadership roles in building and strengthening an inclusive, interconnected, and impactful entrepreneurial ecosystem. Gilbert Bland is a business and civil leader. Mr. Bland has been an owner and operator of restaurants for over 30 years. He's a franchisee of Burger King, Pizza Hut, and Mrs. Field Cookies. In his capacity, he has owned, constructed, and operated over 70 restaurants in Virginia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Washington, D.C., and employed over 2,000 team members annually. During this tenure, Mr. Bland was amongst the nation's largest African-American franchisees. Morgan Davis recently retired as President and Chief Executive Officer of Town Bank. A founding employee and director, Morgan oversees the company's growth and profitability. Davis is a 1972 graduate of Old Dominion University with a Bachelor's in Science in Business Administration. Prior to the formation of Town Bank in 1999, Morgan served as the founding president and CEO of Prentice Sand Commercial Bank. Kirk Galliani is an accomplished entrepreneur that has a passion for owning, operating, and investing in numerous health and wellness brands throughout the world, as well as owning and developing a large number of real estate projects. In 2009, Kirk launched One Life Fitness. In conjunction with their institutional partners, One Life Fitness has grown to a top 10 health club chain in the United States, with more than 52 locations in 5 states. Drew is the co-founder and CEO of Assembly, an iconic building campus for creators and technology innovators in downtown Norfolk, Virginia. He's also the founder and CEO of Grow, a digital experience agency for the world's leading brands, including Google, Adidas, Lululemon, and Diageo. Does your team have what it takes to impress our panel of entrepreneurs in hopes to receive funding for your business? Stay tuned for the following presentations.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage Monique Adams. Morgan Davis. Gilbert Bland. Kirk Galliani. And Drew Ungavarski. And lastly, a very special welcome to the Honorable Karen Merrick, Secretary of Commerce and Trade for the Commonwealth of Virginia, charged with growing the Virginia economy, which starts with small businesses.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Kempsville High School. Governor Youngkin sends his greetings. We work hard every day to make Virginia the best place to live, work, and raise a family, and to start, grow, or relocate a business. There's two themes that I'm thinking of tonight. The first one is that people say, I want to do good in the world. I want to make a difference. I can't think of a better way to make a difference and do good in this world than to invent something and to start a business. And the second theme is exceptionalism. There's a big debate going on about what makes a country exceptional. You cannot be exceptional without entrepreneurship. You cannot be an exceptional school without entrepreneurship. You cannot be an exceptional neighborhood without entrepreneurship. You cannot be an exceptional state without entrepreneurship. And you cannot be an exceptional country without entrepreneurship. I feel like I'm in the company of greatness. I'm proud of these young people for having the courage and the imagination and the work ethic to be entrepreneurs. So good luck, everyone. It's going to be a great night.
I would like to thank all of our judges for being with us this evening. Our teams are extremely excited to showcase the EBA's entrepreneurial spirit. We will now begin the on-stage pitches. Pay close attention, because there will be a chance for you to vote for your favorite team at the end of the night during the audience choice portion. First up this evening will be students Jorge Bordet Tanaka, Berkeley Houston, Caitlin Igalo, and Rodney Tolbert. Please welcome Team Equipped.
Did you know that over 60% of gym bags contain significant and harmful bacteria?
That's over 100 million bacteria per square inch.
Which is more germs than a toilet seat.
This buildup can be detrimental to your bag and your health.
Which is why we have created the solution for you. Hi, I'm Rodney.
I'm Jorge.
I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Berkeley.
And we are Team Equipped. What we have for you today is a gym bag made with natural fabric, specifically an inner lining made with cotton and the outer shell made with cotton canvas to make sure we keep the shape. It also has removable dividers and a shoe compartment with a water bottle pocket to make sure you're organized for any occasion.
So we decided to conduct a test where we took a stinky shoe and we put it in a bag made of natural fibers and a stinky shoe and put it in a bag made of synthetic fibers. And we learned that natural fibers are way better at resisting smell and odor than synthetic fibers, as backed by the National Institute of Health, which also proved that cotton, a natural fiber, also performs better with sweatiness, sourness, and ammonia. We plan to market this gym bag to people who support the Go Green movement, those who work out, and those who play sports.
We will gain these customers through social media campaigns, and we will keep them by responding to feedback by creating minor tweaks to our products, and we will grow by contacting local retailers and open up new distribution chains.
For our competitors, we highlight the biggest two companies within the sports industry, being Nike and Adidas, as they also make gym bags. Although theirs is machine washable and durable just like ours, they use recycled synthetic material over our natural fabrics. Ours is also odor repellent and antibacterial. We added sneaker balls as a competitor because they are good at fighting odors, but they only last around 3 to 4 weeks before needing to be replaced.
Equipped helps you eliminate bad odor and bacteria with a sustainable product. There are around 1.4 million active Hamptons Road residents, and we believe we can reach around 3% of those in our first year, which is 11,000 people. When we asked, how do you solve the problem of a bad odor? Most people said they didn't at 35%. 25% people said they washed it, and 20% of people said they just sprayed it down. These are either very temporary or not even a solution at all, which is why people loved how we were really breathable, how we were sustainable, and how we were natural. People also loved how our bags were compartmentalized, and the main concerns were pricing, which we keep at a competitive price of $60, and the other concern was whether it could carry sports for ball sports or stick sports, and it can when we create multiple sizing options.
Okay, so this is our prototype journey. In November of last year, we created our very first prototype, which we made in-house to determine whether we were going to be able to make this ourselves or not. We found it's not a possible solution for us to make it ourselves, so we then moved on to our next prototype, which was a final sketch. We sent this out to multiple manufacturers, but they told us they needed a little bit more feedback, so we then sent them the March version. And with this, we have the prototype here for you today. So we intend to sell this for $60, and it has a cost of goods sold of $27.50, giving us an over 50% profit margin at 54%. In the first year, we intend to sell 350 units, totaling profits in over $11,000, and will break even close to the end of next year. Our number one startup cost is our inventory. It's around $7,000 for 300 units, but we intend to collect a number of pre-orders before we sink this much money into one cost. Our total is $10,424.
So what have we done so far? We have built connections with multiple manufacturers. We have started some social media pages. We have collected over 150 interviews, and we have utilized our mentors and business opportunities to further our idea.
Our financial ask is $11,000. We think this is the necessary amount to get our business off the ground and soaring. In conclusion, I'm Berkeley.
I'm Jorge.
I'm Rodney.
And I'm Caitlin.
And we want you to equip yourself with Equipped. Thank you.
Well, that's a great presentation, and it sounds like an awesome product. It sounds like it's very, very well needed and very well thought out. But let me ask you, with the $11,000, two things. If you pull your slide up, if you could, about your cost, but also the $11,000. What would you do with $11,000? Is this all of the pricing that you need to be able to get 350 units out?
What do you mean?
You said you were going to sell 350 units. So how much inventory will you have from the $11,000 that we give you in seed money?
So if we use $11,000 only for inventory?
No. You have $11,000, but where's your inventory?
So we'll get 300 units to start with, and that's $7,000. So we would break even at 350 units, so we would have to do another order.
See that right behind us. So you have that will buy all of your material, your sewing to produce the product. The raw cost of the product is, and who's making that for you? Is it made in the United States? Is it made overseas?
Overseas. We found a manufacturer that we've been in close contact with. He created, this is actually our second prototype that we received from them. So, yeah.
So they'll deliver the product to you for how much?
Well, our cost is not completely accurate, because when we first got it, we wanted it to be in time for the pitch, so we paid extra for shipping, and then we did pay extra for them to make it faster, so it'd be here on time.
For the 300 specifically, though, it will cost $2,000, as seen in our shipping costs seen in our presentation.
What would be the competitor price that you're marketing against?
So most competitors value their bags from $40 to around $200, but most bags that are similar in size to our product are at $60.
And your distribution would be, what would be your distribution network?
We will start with small local retailers and then work our way up from there.
We also plan to sell on our website through e-commerce. That's going to be our main start, especially with pre-orders coming through our website. But in the future, we do plan to have retail stores resell our product.
Yeah. Can you walk us through customer discovery? What has been your...
Monique, I don't think your microphone is on. Or...
Yeah, we can hear you.
says it's on. Can you hear me?
Can you all hear Monique? Okay.
Can you walk us through what the customer discovery journey is? So you have one prototype now. I'm curious how many people you've actually taken it out and tested it with, what their feedback has been to the product.
We collected 150 interviews, and in more than 75 of them, we had some form of a prototype. This one only came last week, so this has not been tested by very many people, but we had pictures that they sent to us before they shipped this out. So we showed people pictures for the interviews, and we showed them our sketches and our designs that they based this off of.
And one more follow-up question. You said you're using natural materials, and that's part of your differentiation?
Yes.
Can you describe those materials a little bit more?
So the inside of the bag is made with cotton, which is hydrophilic. It makes it easier to wash. It's also very breathable since the fiber itself isn't as compact. It's more open, meaning air can flow in and out, which also helps with bacteria escaping rather than forming inside and absorbing.
You guys did a great presentation. You educated me about something. I'm shocked that there's not natural fiber alternatives. I assume there are some. And if there are, how do you compete specifically against other natural fiber products as opposed to synthetic?
So what we discovered is that we didn't really find many other duffel bag style or structured bags that use those natural fibers. Most of them are just like drawstring bags or backpacks. I think really what makes it different is the fact that this is a real duffel bag. It's something that can be held for any sport.
When I was your age, I don't think we had synthetics. So I'm curious, why do you think natural fibers, why are they not everywhere?
Well, synthetic fibers are cheaper to use, and they're cheaper to use. And I think, like you were saying before, why aren't there other bags like with natural fibers? And I'm pretty sure there are, they just aren't marketed well. So people don't know about it. And we plan to market it better. And we already have some people who are interested, and we have collected, 3 pre-orders? So
I would love to jump in on that.
Yeah.
And ask about your marketing plan. So you've got $500 for marketing and $300 for a website. How do you plan on getting 350 orders out of that?
Well, this school has like 300 people, so that's a good start.
We also, I mean, right now, there's a lot of people in this room. This is part of marketing, except it's free. But we do plan to use Instagram ads as a way of showing interest or providing others with the ability to see our product first, and also advertise people to go to our website to learn more about us. Our Instagram is just more of like a sneak peek in a way, but that does need some payment if we want to get some traction.
And another advantage we have is like our age. We were raised in like a very technological and like social media like world, so we know how to work it, and like
You know how to work it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of marketing, I find that a lot of entrepreneurs, early stage entrepreneurs, don't think about partnerships. They don't think about who are the natural partners where we could go to market together, or you could use a partner as a marketing channel or a distribution channel. What are you thinking in terms of who would your natural partners be, in your opinion? I can think of several.
I think we can reach out to some of the Virginia High School League associates. Maybe they would be interested in getting our bags for specific teams. It can be customizable, like this school has our bags, it has it designed this way, and that's a way we can keep it local. We don't have to branch out as far across the country or even overseas.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, you partially answered my question when you spoke to customizable, as you're entering an arena where some of the most popular branding in the world occurs. The Nike swoosh and Adidas logo, but your answer to that is direct marketing and being customizable, or
Yes.
social media alone?
We do plan to have it customizable. When we receive orders, we will ask for specific add-ons or differences in design before we order from our manufacturer, and we can contact them to make sure everything's straight. We can get it to them how they like it. So it's not just something that we're making, it's something that has to be like mass produced for a certain group of people.
And also, if we take Nike for example, they have ads, of course, but also I know our school uses Nike products and they have this our school label on it, so customizable in that way.
On the inventory that you're looking to pick, do you get a volume discount for 300, or is that the pricing?
And let me jump in there too as well. If you bought in a larger quantity, could you get the cost down and way down? Because if you're going to sell through retail, they have to make a profit as well, right? So
yes.
The price to the retailer might be, I forget the exact price, but let's say $30. And if they sell it for 60 and make 30, then you don't make anything, or you have to sell it to them for less, so then they can mark it up, obviously.
Well, that was my question to follow up with both of those. What is your wholesale price? You ran a pro forma based upon profit. It cost you this, and you're going to sell it for that. But if you're going to be selling it not on the internet, but you're going to try and market it through stores like you spoke about. To Kurt's point, to Monique's point, there's got to be some margin and typically a retailer is going to want to keystone it. If he gets it for $30, he's going to want to sell it for 60.
Mm-hmm.
That math doesn't work real good for y'all.
That's what I'm saying. I love the idea. I have 3 boys that played sports and they had stinky bags. This is a great idea, but there is a little bit of a hole there.
I think with that, we would have to get more financial advice in that area, because we did look at that stuff, but it's just hard. We're only in high school. We don't know what's the good price point for us to get a profit and for them to also get a profit, especially if we're creating so many bags and we're pricing it for lower.
We also are looking towards e-commerce specifically first. That was our main idea. We're going to sell it through our website. We want to look at retail reselling of our bag more so in the future.
Yes.
So we didn't really look at the terms of wholesale price right now.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
since we're directly shipping.
Also, to answer Monique's question, we chose 300 units because that is the minimum order or unit order we can do with our manufacturer.
And if we did 500 units, it was like 15,000, so it increased by a lot.
But how much lower was the price?
Like $3.
So it wasn't a huge savings. Okay.
I think your logo is cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. I made it.
And by the way, if you did a smaller version like that was a purse, I'd buy it. I'm always looking for the perfect purse.
Well, we can always look to make different sizes, which we do plan to do for different occasions. So if you're interested, we can open a new product line anytime.
Yes. Just let us know.
Right.
Let us know.
Think it like an entrepreneur.
Any last questions? Thank you so much.
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to Team Equipped. If you like their business idea, be sure to vote for them during the audience choice portion of the night later this evening. Next up will be students Brody Carranza, Furman Marshall, Riley Branch, and Kelsey Salas. Please welcome Team Beach Bomb.
Hey, does anyone have chapstick?
Oh yeah, I have some. Oh no.
What happened?
It melted everywhere and it ruined all of my things.
Who doesn't love chapstick?
We know we do. Chapstick heals.
It protects.
It's a daily necessity.
But when this melts, it gets everywhere and it's sticky.
And gooey.
And ruins everything in sight.
Worry no more. We created the
ultimate solution for you.
Hi, I'm Riley.
I'm Kelsey.
I'm Brody.
And I'm Furman, and we're Team Beach Bomb. So the problem is chapstick melting, making a mess everywhere, making a mess in your cars, bags, and pockets. This can be very frustrating for everyday chapstick users because it's very wasteful and it also causes you to buy more chapstick.
To solve this problem, we created a keychain for your chapstick to keep it at a usable consistency, to not only take away the worry of your chapstick making a mess, but also allows you to use your chapstick in warmer weathers.
Now, Riley and Furman will pass you out our product. So our product is an insulated chapstick koozie, and it has 2 layers. The first layer is cork in the inside, and that is our #1 insulator, and then around it is neoprene. We also have a customizable feature for this, which Riley will show you, and this is where you can add your logo and just make it personalized to you. We also tested this and found out that it works because we tested it in the oven at 150 degrees for 10 minutes, and it did not melt. We also tested it in the car at 86 degrees, and we left this in for 6 hours, and it also did not melt. Our direct competitors are Chappy. Chappy is a Yeti-like container for your chapstick, and this ranges from $14.99 to $42.99. Our second most direct competitor is Thread Wallets, which is just a keychain, and this is on the market for $10. We differentiate ourselves from these competitors because we're insulated, we offer more creative freedom, and we solve the same problem using a simpler solution at a lower price point. Some of our indirect competitors is No Drippy Chapsticky, and this requires an AC vent, and it's on the market for $9.99. And then there's No Melt Lip Balm, and you can't use your go-to chapstick brand.
Over the past couple of months, we've conducted a total of 4 different surveys and gathered around 280 total interviews. These surveys allowed us to see things like our target market, which is women and teens ages 13 to 20.
We also asked some additional questions in our surveys like, does your chapstick ever melt or feel too soft for use? And these questions just allows us to see that the problem is worth solving.
You might be wondering where we plan to market. First, we plan to market in smaller stores around Virginia Beach. Then we plan to go bigger in point-of-purchase areas such as Walmart, Target, and 7-Eleven. And then eventually, our biggest goal is to sell along hotel chains so they can use it as promotional items as we sell it as in bulk.
Now into our startup costs. This will cover materials it takes to make beach balm, like our cork, which is our main insulator, neoprene, which is the koozie material on the outside, and fabric, which is covers the cork on the inside. This will also be used to promote ourselves with our website, ads, and also VB farmers markets. For our cost of goods sold broken down, as you can see on the top left, we have our labor being $2 because we are currently doing this by hand. However, manufacturing is our next step. We have neoprene at 17 cents, cork 42 cents, and our fabric at 6 cents. And as you can see on the bottom, this is a total of $2.65. For our retail price, we decided to mark this up by 96% and give us a gross profit of $2.55. This will leave us with a final retail price of $5.20. We also decided to account for a wholesale price with our business collaboration of promotional giveaways, and this will be marked up by 25% to give us a gross profit of 66 cents and a final retail price of $3.30. Our revenue projections for year 1 will increase by 30 each month starting on month 1, which will be July, our peak selling point because it's very hot in the summer. And then it'll increase by 15 for the following seasons to give us a final revenue goal of about $790.
Our final ask is $3,000.
This will cover our startup costs, manufacturing, and marketing, all being about $1,000. Once again, I'm Riley.
I'm Kelsey.
I'm Furman.
And I'm Brody.
Don't be a beach bum.
Get beach balm.
And come enjoy the upcoming hot summer with
Beach Balm.
Well, first, let me say, I think you were very, very smart in putting Golgi PHR on all of your content. So you got my vote. I don't even have anything else to say. Where is the $2 in labor? Where does that come from?
So basically how we calculated it is we did the minimum wage, which was 12 hours, divided by how many minutes were in an hour, which is 60, and that came out to 0.2 cents. Then we multiplied it by how long it took, which is around 10 minutes, so it came out to be $2.
And who's going to be manufacturing? Who's going to be, you said you're going to do it by hand. Who's going to be doing that?
So for now, we're doing it by hand, but like if we do get funded tonight, our goal is to like research manufacturers. Currently, we're like looking through Alibaba, trying to like work so we can like do trial and error where we send in our stuff and like, oh, we like this or we don't like it. So we will have to probably redo our labor costs once we get a manufacturer, but that's like for our future goals.
So I would think right now somebody may give you an order for 500 of these, like maybe Gold Key PHR, right? Or the Cavalier Hotel or any of those fine hotels down at the ocean front. But if you had to get an order of about 1,000 right now, let's say I was going to buy 500, you were going to put the Marriott on the side for me, and I was going to give them out at weddings or at functions that we have there. How would you knock out 500 that quickly?
So if we were to do it right now, it would be a very long time to get those together. But our manufacturing is like our very next step, so we will get on top of this like immediately. And if there were to be 500, which would be like approximate bulk selling, it would be like $330 with our bulk selling price.
So basically, you really can't go to market until such time as you can get this grant, get it manufactured. And when you have it manufactured, do you think they'll do it for $2 a piece?
No, that is what the $1,000 is for. Like, we want to set aside some money for like if they need extra costs, and also just like we don't know how much time it's going to take sending it back and forth to making a approximate prototype. So
After you make your prototype, I would imagine they could probably produce these in quantity for a lot less than $2.
Question, the price that you listed and used to compute your gross margin, is that the retail price or price to Gold Key, who in turn will mark it up to their hotel guests?
So right now, that is just our profit, and we did want to leave room. That's why it's still around $5, because they are going to double this to make their own profit, and we want to stay away from our competitors' prices, so it'll still be around $10 if they decide to mark it up. But yes, that is our profit.
Well, would I be competing with you?
No, you would
I
not.
have to sell it at 10. You could buy it online for 5.
Oh, no. It would be, for direct, actually, yes, it would, but if you were to sell it, it would be 10.
I've seen this deal before. It doesn't work out real good for me.
In your survey, in your survey, 75% women, which my wife consumes chapstick, so I know it's very popular. What is the dissatisfaction with your competitor's product? What is it? Because this issue has been identified by competitors already, right? So what is it people don't like? How are you competing against them? Is it completely price?
So yes, mainly it is the price, but also how we said we offer like more creative freedom. So on all these, like Chappie, which was our #1, this one ranges from $14.99 to $42.99, like on various amounts of websites, and they don't offer as much creative freedom as us. So like you can pick a different color, but like you can send in a logo for us, we can put your name on it, and I think that's what really sets us aside, like other than the price point.
I really like the customization feature. That's wonderful. Again, my question is about customer discovery. Have you done any surveying on the price, and what has been the feedback to the price?
So we've done that as well, and all of our feedback has been like majority would buy this for $5 to $10, or we also had like our next amount being like $15. So basically we were trying to keep it under $15.
It seems like a lot of money for what it is. Just so I feel like getting the manufacturing established and driving the cost down is actually going to be really important for you.
I would think you could find this in the dollar store for $1 if they were producing it overseas and a zillion. Have you looked in the dollar store or looked in any of those places that somebody that might be making 1 million of these at a time? It just seems like to me that this is a great idea, but something that will work really well in those type of environments.
Yeah, so that's basically like our ultimate goal, like where we were saying selling in bulk. So if we were to sell to a store like the Dollar Tree, it would just have to be after we figure out our manufacturing, which is where we're going into deeper research, figuring out all the price points and stuff with manufacturing.
Does the neoprene alone, will that keep the chapstick cool enough or no? Because I think this looks a little bit better and it's smaller, it can fit in your pocket a little bit easier, and it would be much cheaper to manufacture. Did you do any testing on just the neoprene?
Yes, so we did do testing on that one. We put it in the microwave and it melted like pretty immediately. So that's when we were like, okay, maybe this koozie by itself isn't gonna work. So we went into deeper research looking at like something still thin that could be easy in your pocket or like on your keys. And that's when we found cork, which is like something you really wouldn't think that insulates, but it does.
Did you put this in the microwave as well?
We didn't test that in the microwave, we tested it in the oven.
Did you test this in the oven?
No, we did not.
Okay.
So I wonder, a similar question to what I asked, because I've worked with so many entrepreneurs who don't think about partnering. I'm thinking in terms of, have you thought about your marketing partners, like someone like Burt's Bees, you know, so it would be a white label, it would be their brand, but you would be the supplier for that. And what would be some of your other natural marketing or product partners, channels?
So we did think about like partnering with like a Burt's Bees or a chapstick brand, but like after talking to tons of people, it was kind of like the idea like, would Burt's Bees really want us? Because they want people to lose their chapstick is what it seems like, so they just go and buy a new one. Yeah.
Well, there's that.
I'd love to hear if you learned anything from your customers once you had the prototype here. Have you done any surveying of them to get feedback on your product, its design, and their likelihood to buy it?
So we did do that, and actually we originally started with an idea like Chappie, our #1 competitor. We started at it as a Yeti-like product, but we realized that this was like one way out of like what we could do, because we would need an engineer to like really get this to look good. But we also did surveys, and it was too bulky as well. And we also, like when we were in the beginning of prototyping, we used PVC pipe, and people said, oh, like that's like too bulky, too big. So we were trying to think of things that were easier to put together as well as smaller.
Great, thank you.
Your picture shows a keychain. Is there a keychain that goes with this, and is that considered in your manufacturing price?
Yes, it is considered. We just didn't know like what, we were trying to put things together for all of you judges, and we didn't have time to make the keychain look like really good, and we wanted it to, if it was going to be there, at least, you know, look how it's supposed to.
But that's calculated into your cost of goods sold.
Yes.
Okay. That was cute.
We're also doing like more testing with the keychains. So like the one in the picture, that was just like something we found at the school. But we ordered these things off of Amazon, so it like clips on there. So it's like, it looks better, it's more cleaner, and it's sleeker, and you can like, it goes on different types of keys. So it's like a little hole. I don't really know how to explain it. It just like goes in there instead of like being long and lengthy. So we're currently working on getting those on our new products.
So the $3,000 that you're asking for is really to create your prototype? And how many units do you think you might get with your prototype so you can test market, go out and try and feel what, you know, let people use it and see if it really holds up, and if they, how many units would you think you could produce for $3,000?
Well, for that revenue goal, like for year one, that's why we were thinking about 310 to like really still keep under that point of, you know, needing too much money and also just like testing it. So I would say around 300 to really get this down.
But you don't really know at this point. You're still trying to figure that out.
Yes. Well, our materials work. It's just we're trying to figure out the best, you know, keychain and other factors into that.
Anybody else? Well, thank you all very much. What a great job.
That was great.
Thank you to Team Beach Bomb. If you like their business idea, be sure to vote for them during the audience choice portion of the night later this evening. Next up will be students Kennedy Hall, Josie Scott, Grace David, and Alicia James Feliciano. Please welcome Team Grip and Go.
So imagine this. This is the most important game in the girls' season, and they're in a tiebreaker. To my left, Kennedy Hall has Grip and Go on her tennis racket, and to my right, Grace David doesn't. Let's see how this pans out. As you can see, Grace's racket slipped right out of her hand.
Let's dive deeper into what problems Grace could be facing.
Athletes all over in the various of sports and ages all face a common issue of gripping their sports equipment due to a multitude of different reasons. Things like takes way too much time, too much effort, and is way too tedious. And a lot of people we talk to don't even know how to grip their equipment. And for our older audience, even things like arthritis can eventually become a big issue. So let's look at how we plan to fix this.
Our product is based off of efficiency to better the performance of your grip and time that it takes to apply. Grip and Go is a simple way to make gripping and re-gripping your sports equipment fast, easy, and perfect the first time by using a roll-on application.
Now let's direct our attention to Grace as she's using Grip and Go. As you can see, it only takes about 10 seconds to apply, while traditional gripping takes 1 to 5 minutes.
Dang, Kennedy, you could barely get through half your sentence before Grace is done with her Grip and Go. It must be really quick. To introduce the Dream Team, I'm Alicia Feliciano, and I play field hockey and tennis.
I'm Grace David, and I play tennis.
I'm Kennedy Hall, and I play tennis.
And I'm Josie Scott, and I play field hockey and lacrosse. As for our target market, we are targeting athletes 14 to 24 years old who live the on-the-go lifestyle. For our first product job, we plan to segment towards tennis and lacrosse players. We are also targeting adults who are parents of young athletes, coaches, and active older adults. We really want to promote the idea of our accessibility to our product of parents of young athletes because they may not know how to grip their child's racket.
Now, for our competitive analysis, we compared Grip and Go to our competitors' stick grip, racket grip, and traditional grip. Our product is selling at $9.95, and our competitors are anywhere from $5 to $25. Next, we compared convenience and compactness, and we're the only one that checked the boxes for both. Then, we compared frustration level when applying, and we're the only one that has a low level. Our product ensures a firm grip, while typically sports grip is made from materials like polyurethane and rubber, but ours are made from a silicone that can be customized.
As for marketing, when athletes look up what is the best grip tape, we want to be the first thing to come up. We plan to make our grip the most desired in the industry. We plan to market our product on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok, and our website that you can see here on the screen. Our website also has our pre-order form up and running so people can access it. And with the money we get from Pitch Night, we plan to create and launch a Shopify website and have our product up and selling in the next coming months. Also, our product demonstration video got over 6,000 views and 500 likes on our Instagram. We also plan to keep up with our hashtag What's Up Wednesday updates to not only keep our customers involved, but invested in our business.
To break down the 71 people we interviewed, there was an assortment of ages from 65 to 10 years old in a variety of different sports that utilize grip tape. The first question we asked was, what do you experience a problem gripping your sports equipment? More than 75% of people said yes, they do. Next, we asked the question, what struggles do you face gripping your sports equipment? People said things like, wasn't tight enough or material was off, aligning it perfectly, and the grip bunched up while applying. We aim for our product to solve all of these issues.
Then we asked the question, how often do you grip your sports equipment? A majority of our responders said once a month or more. Then we asked our most important question, would you buy our product? With an outstanding response of 95% of our responders saying yes, they would.
Now let's roll into our financials. As you can see on the right of the screen, for our cost of goods sold, it is $1.69 to make 1 unit. With that being said, we are selling it for a wholesale price of $4.98, which would leave us at a gross profit of 66% or $3.98, with our suggested retail price being $9.95.
As for our revenue projections for the first year, if we take a look here at month 1, which is January, our numbers are going to be a little bit lower because no winter sports require any grip tape, but the month 2 will bring in a spike in our numbers because your spring sports like tennis and lacrosse are starting up, and our numbers should even up until around month 9, which will bring in another spike because September brings in your fall sports like field hockey and fall ball, which brings us to a total units sold of 570.
As for our year 1 income, we predict that we will make $4,622.
For our final ask, we researched all the money we will need for the next year, and it comes to money towards marketing, grip and go material, equipment, pop-up shop costs, and manufacturing costs, leaving our final ask at $6,000.
As for our break-even point, in the future, we plan to sell 100% wholesale, with our break-even point being 1,841 units. For now, we want to do 50-50 retail and wholesale, making our break-even ask 910 units wholesale and 362 units retail. As for our long-term goals, we want to branch out beyond just tennis and lacrosse to other sports such as field hockey, baseball, softball, and other markets. We are currently in close contact with our manufacturer so we can provide textures in our grip and start our production. We also want to partner with other companies so we can get their logo on our grips to not only promote their business, but ours.
Judges, we're asking you to get a grip on your wallets and invest in Grip and Go. Thank you.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
And for
I went in the hallway and met
and let me just tell you
all these guys before.
the market that you need to look at, because right there with your tennis is us pickleball players.
Yep.
Yes, sir. That definitely widens our target market too, because like older people, all age ranges play pickleball. Sorry.
I can't believe you just said that to me.
They looked right at you, Bruce.
You said something to the effect, and you were talking kind of fast. I know you all get nervous and you run through it, and I can't quite catch up sometimes, so I would encourage you to slow down a little bit during your pitch. Yes. But that you can go to market in a couple of months? Did I misunderstand that?
Yes, sir. So our manufacturer just came back to us with samples today, and we sent them, so we have made our final prototype, which is in all of your guys' hands, and we sent that to our manufacturer, and they are copying that and making a replica with textures and customizable. So that should be done in around a month with the numbers and like all of the stuff that we need to bring our product to the market.
And refresh my memory again, the ask is for $6,000, and that is to... What are you going to do with the $6,000 again? I know you had it up there.
So with our $6,000, right now we're just going to be making our grip and goes how we've been making them, which is what was on the slide. But the manufacturing cost is so we can get our first order of manufactured grip and goes.
How many is that?
We're not too sure right now. We just got our samples back for the first time, but currently we can make 16 an hour, which for equipment, we're asking to double it with our spinner that we use, so we can make 36 an hour right now, or 32 an hour, sorry, until we get our manufactured ones.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
We missed the demo, so I wanted to see how you put it on, and I want to ask while you're doing that. Is this material, this is really sticky. I play tennis, and this is really a good grip, but this seems thicker than this. This seems very thin. Is this the same material?
Yes, ma'am, that is the same material.
Okay.
I'm also a tennis player, and to me, and I know we talked about this in the hall, but I'd like you to tell everybody else, it's a little bit slick if my hands are wet or sweaty. So can you tell everybody what you would do to make it less slippery?
These, I'll hand them out in 1 second. These are our samples that we got from the manufacturer, and they're just going to change the diameter of them and put them on a plastic applicator to make it easier to get it onto your equipment, and that will be the texture to make it less slick.
And can you make it even tackier if you wanted to?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool.
What would you anticipate the useful life of a wrap would be?
So currently we have played with it in practices and matches for around a month, and it still lasts longer than our traditional gripping methods. So hopefully after more testing, it will last longer than a month, since it's already lasted a month.
And any residue on the hands after a while?
No, sir.
I think that's a good question. Do you have to clean this off?
It is really easy to clean in case it gets dirty with like water. You could just pour it on it and it will clean off super easily.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to commend you on your design style. I think it's lovely.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about your marketing plan?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, aside from like our website and stuff, we plan to keep up with our Instagram, which is, we've got a lot of positive feedback. Our very first promotional video, we got, like I said, like 6,000 views. It really blew up. We do bi-weekly What's Up Wednesday updates, which people really look forward to. So like what we've been working on and the little garage that we have going on. So our Instagram is like our most like popular thing right now. We're gonna get our TikTok up and running, our website, and just like do little stuff. Like we're in contact with the woman right now, and she runs like pop-up shops like at the oceanfront and the what is it, Mount Trashmore. And so we're in close contact with her. She said that we can either go to certain ones like just here and there, or if we have a place that we really like to go, we can stay there and just like, you know, come frequently. So we have a lot of contacts that can really get us in the window of places.
Great. I'm curious if you've considered like tournament type environments,
Yeah.
or like actually selling on site, even to test out the product market fit.
Yes, sir, definitely. Like I know ODU has tournaments on the weekends that kids my age can participate in, so we could definitely sell there. That would help a lot.
Not old people like me.
Whoa,
we never said that.
I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. It wasn't directed towards you at all.
We do see pickleball players when we have practice at the rec, though, so we can toss them out.
Yeah.
I may have missed it. This is one size fits all, the field hockey, tennis, pickleball rackets, or is it custom size for each racket?
So we plan to have like different sports for different like grips. I don't know if that makes sense. So like a field hockey grip, a lacrosse grip, a tennis grip, like that. Softball, baseball.
Do you think it would apply to golf?
Eventually.
Eventually, we'll figure that out. Golfers are very particular with their grip, especially. So maybe we will look into that.
Bruce, the one thing I see is that with social media, it's much different marketing when you and I were starting out.
Because we're old.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh. I will tell you, I think that you're the first group that came out that really gave a good explanation on your wholesale to retail pricing. You've thought through that very well. I think that your presentation's been great, and I can tell you I'm very, very impressed.
Thank you so much. Okay. Let's say any other questions. Okay. Any other questions? Nope.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't see a demo. I didn't wonder what.
Thank you to Team Grip and Go. If you like their business idea, be sure to vote for them during the audience choice portion of the night later in the evening. Next up will be students Ahalia Sharaman, Madison Saletti, Madison Arison, and Simone Need. Please welcome Team Bling.
This is a typical scenario for athletes.
Oh my gosh, I have to go on the field and I have nowhere to put my jewelry. I'll just throw it in my bag.
What Halia doesn't know is anything can happen to this bag. This can happen. The jewelry problem. My name's Simone Need, and I play tennis.
My name's Madison Saletti, and I play softball.
And my name's Madison Arison, and I weightlift.
And my name is Ahalia Sharaman, and I do dance.
And we are Team Bling. Some of you might be asking, what is the jewelry problem? Athletes don't have a safe place to store their jewelry while being active, resulting in their belongings getting lost, damaged, or potentially stolen.
So our solution is Bling Box, a compact, customizable, and affordable multi-purpose jewelry case made for athletes by athletes.
Please direct your attention to Madison S. as she's passing out our prototypes.
So with our product, firstly, we have a carabiner, so the athlete can attach the bling box to their bag and it won't jangle around. Next, we have a mirror with a hidden compartment, so if I want to put some money in there or if I want some extra accessories, I can put it in there. Next, we have removable and adjustable inserts. One day I'm going to want to wear big hoop earrings. I'll take out all the inserts. Other days, I'm just going to want to wear a few rings and maybe a necklace. I can just put my jewelry back in there along with the inserts.
We have 3 main competitors. Starting off with Mark & Graham, this case is designed for traveling. It has a custom leather exterior, although it is expensive. It ranges from $69 over, depending on what color and what size you get.
Oh my God, that's really expensive. Can you tell me more?
I can. Our second competitor is Line Latch. They are affordable and compact, although they can only fit small rings and hoop earrings. They sell their product ranging from $11 to $19. Our last competitor is Case Grace. This case is also designed for travelers. It is organized and non-customizable, and they sell for an all-around price of $8.99.
We have a unique value proposition that is all of our competitors combined. First, we're compact. We offer a size range from small, medium, and large, so a person can have whatever it needs, a box that fits their needs. Next, we are customizable. The person can choose whatever color they want, their team photo on the box if they'd like, as well as a school logo. Finally, we are affordable, where we're selling at a unit price of $15.
This is our customer data.
Our target market mainly appeals to male and female athletes ranging from the ages of 10 to 30. But overall, BlingBox is available to people who think that our box can make their everyday life more convenient.
We got a total of 170 interviews, but within those interviews, we focused on 3 main questions. One being, do you wear jewelry? And we got 82% of people who said yes. Another being, do you have trouble finding where to put your jewelry in athletic circumstances? Which we got 80% of people who said yes. And the most important question of all, would you buy BlingBox? Which we got almost 75% of people who said yes and 18% of people who said maybe. We also asked questions like what people like about the BlingBox already. And they said the carabiner, it's custom, practical, and compact. And we also wanted to know what people's current solutions were to the problem, which was just simply put it in the pocket or in their backpack. And what people may want in the future, which would be simply just like an attachment to the phone case.
These next few slides introduce our finances.
For our cost of goods, it comes down to $2.06. We're selling at a unit price of $15, so our gross margin per unit is $12.94.
For our revenue for month 1, which is September, we plan to sell 20 units. We will increase all throughout the year, even through the summer. We still will increase through the summer because even though school sports are out, people go to camps, they have their own gym equipment, or they have memberships throughout rec centers. When September rolls back around and school sports like field hockey start up again, we will have an even higher increase because we will be more familiar with our product. For our income statement for revenue, for year 1, we make over $23,000. For year 2, we make almost $34,000, and for year 3, we make almost $50,000. Our gross profit correlates with our revenue as we have a 6.4% gross margin rate, and our SG&A stays stagnant all 3 years.
Our final financial ask is $7,000. $1,000 will go towards experimenting with our final sizes and experimenting with the prototype. $5,000 will go towards injection molding. We want to be a made-in-America product, so we want to work with Norva Plastics to make our injection mold and sell to people like you and I. Finally, we have a $1,000 rainy day fund because injection molding can get very expensive, so we may need to have a bit of wiggle room when it comes to that.
BlingBox strives to make your life as convenient as possible. We will be doing this by introducing 3 new feature additions.
So firstly, we're going to be adding geotagging. So let's say I leave my BlingBox at the airport. I'll be able to go there and see where it is.
Secondly, we're going to add colors. So say you want to customize the color of your BlingBox. You can order online depending on what color you want. You can also add stickers. So if you want your sports teams or any picture desirable, you can order it on our website. We also are going to add a lock, which will have a code that only you know to make it more secure and will help be immune to thieves.
So judges, if you're questioning our product, ask yourself this. Why be bland
when you can be bling? Thank you.
That was great. So the first thing that comes to my mind is, and I love your margin, right? I love it. You're going to make it for $2.94 and sell it for $12. But I may have missed, is everything going to be your e-commerce platform, or do you plan on trying to retail it, wholesale, and have someone retail it? And if so, who would that be?
Right, so with all the customizations that we offer, we want to make it so that you can order through our website as well as Amazon or other platforms such as that. We're going to do it so that you can have, yeah.
So you're going to pay Amazon,
yes,
dough and all that, but you're really going to be an e-commerce platform.
Yes, yes.
Have you considered what the impact may be if you were under $10?
We've talked about it. We surveyed people, and they've been just as willing to buy $10 as well as $15. We're definitely going to look into it. For smaller sizes, we're going to sell more at that range.
Because it's a price volume thing, right?
Of course.
If you're at $9 or something, you may sell 1,000.
Of course,
if
yes.
You're at $12, you may sell 300 or 400. But, but I'm all about making people pay for the value. So you've got a nice product, and I don't know if it's worth $12, but I can tell you got a lot of room if it's not to be able to move it around a little bit.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes. Adding on to what Simone said, the reason our cogs are very low. We ordered them in bulk. We did order them off Amazon. So the reason that our cogs are so small, we are going to try to buy our supplies from a manufacturer that is not so commercial. So we want people to realize that our product has a lot to offer. We have a lot of customizations. We have future products that we already are looking at and are designing currently. And we want people to realize that this is something that's worth buying, and that obviously will come into our marketing and our cost of goods sold.
I'm just having a difficult time, quite frankly, but I'm taking to let others ask you about this, but it looks like a very nice packaging and nice, but for $2.94, it looks like it would be difficult to produce at that price.
100%. Right, like we said, we are looking into injection molding, and the $1,000 is going towards designing and hiring a professional designer to make a product that can work without, hot gluing on an additional hinge. I think that our costs would go down once we actually are able to make in such a large amount, and we could also decrease our prices at that point because it'll be one solid.
Well, you're going to have to do proof of concept, because I think for you to get that price down, you're going to have to make an awful lot of these.
We'll take that into consideration.
Thank you so much. Yes.
I have to confess, I didn't know this was a problem. I don't wear jewelry. People don't just leave their jewelry at home or in the car, or wear their phone. I'm having trouble understanding the need for this. I really am. So help me with that.
Yes. So I go to Governor School for the Arts. I'm a dancer, so I go straight from Kempsville to Governor School, and I don't have time to go home and put my jewelry somewhere else, and I only carry a backpack with me. I try to take as little as I possibly can, because I am at this school and Governor School combined for 12 hours a day. So personally, for me, when we all brought up this problem, it really hit home for me. One time, I actually put my jewelry in my lunchbox, and after class, I couldn't find it. So this is a major problem. A lot of dancers and athletes, I'm sure, as my peers mentioned, this definitely is a problem, and a lot of people don't have time to put it at home. And I'm telling you right now, a Ziploc bag won't be as effective as the blank box.
Same thing with me. With softball, it is really hard to just get out there because you just got to get on that field. And sometimes if we forget to take off our jewelry, umpires are yelling at us, and it's not making the game any better for us. So I realized I had that problem because there were a few times where I did get yelled at for a necklace or just simple earrings. And it really hit home to me once I figured out that that was a problem for me, and I think that we should have solved it.
You may have a good idea to have a lunchbox bling combo.
Definitely. We'll look into that one. Yeah,
definitely.
I really like the name. It's very catchy. Now, for the cost, if you added the lock mechanism, is that an add-on or is that part of the?
Yes.
It is an add-on.
Yes, that will be an add-on.
A lock is also it's optional. So if you would rather have the snap lock, that's totally fine. Or if you would like your jewelry to be more secure, you can add a lock if you would like to.
Yes, also, so I don't think any of our prototypes have the full snap lock, but as you can see, there are little indents. It is going to have a snap lock similar to a retainer case, so you know how it like snaps in place. It is going to have that as our final prototype, but we had trouble with that mechanism. And in the future, we're going to put, if we get the money, we're going to put it towards putting a lock, a dial lock, such as you can make the code. That's what we were mentioning.
So on the manufacturing, injection molding can be quite expensive. So have you researched other modes of manufacturing, maybe 3D printing or something?
Right, of course. So when it comes to manufacturing our goods, 3D printing takes 8 hours to make a single box. This is not efficient because we're using the school's resources, and we want to be a company that's able to stand on our own. We then went through silicone molding. If I'd be able to grab this. We did silicone molding, which took 4 hours to make one of these. So we were able to just make what we wanted, but it's not timely if we want to make a large amount of them. Injection molding, though it is costly, it saves a lot of time on our end because we're able to make a large amount of boxes very quickly.
Can you help me understand, you said this is definitely better than a bag, and a lot of jewelry will come in a little bag or a snap case. What makes this distinctly better than that?
So with a bag, I feel like that, me personally, jewelry gets tangled easily, especially necklaces, they get knotted, and it's really hard. So with our bling box, we have different compartments that you will be able to take out if needed, so they're inserts basically, and they will be able to hold jewelry without being, tangled up, so like easily, you know what I mean?
I also believe that if you were to put your jewelry in a bag, it is more apt to get damaged or dented rather than having it in a secure, firm case.
And what makes Bling Box so much better than a plastic bag that you found in your drawer in your kitchen is that it won't be dented, it won't be scratched. And the thing is that, as Simone mentioned during our presentation, if you wear big hoop earrings one day, but if you want to put small earrings or different sizes, you can take out the inserts. So a plastic bag can't really do all that, can it?
Well, I've lost so much jewelry from just putting it in a napkin in my purse or just sticking it in my purse. And so I think, and also you're right, the little bags, they can get damaged. So this is really imaginative. And it's got a little mirror.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I understand that.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a great presentation. It looks like you have a unique product, and I'm sure that each and every one of us are encouraging Morgan to learn more about work.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Got it all?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you to Team Bling. If you like their business idea, be sure to vote for them in the audience choice portion of the night later this evening. Next up will be Corinne Sandler, Gavin Toney, Catherine Bailey, and Matthew Goolsby. Please welcome Team Elite.
Do you want to be weak or do you want to be elite?
Many sports are season-specific, and coaches want their athletes to stay conditioned throughout the year. However, athletes are unsure what exercises to perform on their own.
As athletes, this is a problem we personally encountered, which is why we created Elite.
Our app provides workouts focusing on strength and conditioning for your sport.
I'm Matt.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Corinne.
And I'm Gavin.
And we're Team Elite. Matt and I play soccer and face a long off-season in the summer. Every year before tryouts, I feel rusty. I don't know how to train the muscle groups that I constantly train, so I struggle to stay fit during soccer off-season.
I play lacrosse, and my coach hosted weightlifting sessions for the team, but did not know what exercises would benefit their athletic performance on the field.
Elite provides workout programs that identify muscle groups for multiple sports. It'll track your progress and allow you to earn awards along the way. This goes for individuals and teams. Athletes simply download the app, choose their sport, and find a workout plan to complete.
Coaches can assign pre-made or customized plans for their team to complete.
We are targeting all athletes looking to improve within their sport, as well as coaches and trainers looking for ways to train their athletes during on and off season.
Now to our prototype.
We developed a concept of our app using Adobe XD. Here's our sign-up page. After signing up, you'll be brought to our coach or athlete selection page. After choosing if you're a coach or an athlete, you'll be brought to our subscription plans.
Our app is free, but we plan on selling subscriptions to athletes and coaches. Subscribed athletes can get customized workout plans as well as measured performance statistics and no ads. Coaches will get all these benefits as well as the ability to assign workouts to athletes that can be logged and tracked.
After subscribing to Elite, it'll ask you here to choose your sport. For this example, we chose soccer. After choosing soccer, it'll take you into your soccer workout plan with sets and reps already laid out for each exercise. Now, what is a lateral deficit squat, you ask? Well, if you click on the exercise here, it'll take you into a demonstration of how to perform the exercise, as well as a picture showing the muscle components in use. Underneath, we have a list of the muscles targeted, as well as the benefits of the exercise.
We also include a description of how this benefits a soccer player. That's how we're unique. Now to the competitors.
Some of our competitors include Box to Box, TC Connect, FitBod, and WD Proof. These apps are used to target specifically one sport or workout plan used for staying active or reaching a specific goal.
We conducted over 70 in-person interviews and faced mainly positive feedback, as well as many suggestions of what else we can incorporate within our app.
Notably, Mr. O'Neill, the boys lacrosse coach, located in the top right corner of the screen, mentioned that he loved our app and could possibly be a pilot for our Alpha app.
Our startup costs include app development, advertising, and data hosting. That leaves our total startup cost to be $55,630.
Individual athlete subscriptions will be held at $7.99 a month and yearly subscriptions at $89.99 a year. We plan to have 1,250 subscriptions, leaving us with a gross profit of $117,000.
We plan on having 360 subscriptions to coaches and teams. That will lead to a total gross profit of $130,000. Our startup plan includes 10 athletes. This means that coaches can send customized workout plans to 10 athletes. Our secondary plan, which is our standard plan, is the same thing, but it's 30 athletes, and our pro plan is the same thing, but it's 60 athletes.
We've calculated our income over the next 3 years using subscription and ad-based revenue, along with gross profit and app expenses, leaving us with $157,000 after the first year, $289,000 after the second year, and $383,000 after the third year.
We plan to develop an alpha version of our app, gather investors, and finalize our app development so that we can launch it into the market.
We plan to hold currency with our customers through Instagram and email.
We are seeking $15,000 to cover the development of our alpha app and lead the way to Elite's advertising and marketing journey.
Thank you, and remember, don't be weak, be elite.
Any questions?
Well, I thank you, and you're in luck because we have someone here that knows more about apps than probably the collective group of the entire audience, and Drew, and you have one of the #1 fitness operators in the United States sitting with us. So I'm going to reserve comment waiting for them. But I did want you to go back to that one slide. I didn't quite understand from the revenue side, 30, then to 60, and what is the difference, 60 athletes? I didn't quite catch that. Would you mind reviewing that again for me real quickly?
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So basically, for our starter plan, it's 10 athletes. This means that a coach who has a team of about 10 athletes will buy that plan. For our standard plan, it will be 30 athletes, so a coach with a team of like anywhere between 11 and 30 athletes will buy that plan. And for a pro plan, it's more for like football, sports, and that's what that's for.
So this is, I think I missed that whole thing. This is something you would sell to the coach, not to the student athlete or to anybody that wants to work out. This is designed for, I missed that part.
Yes, so this is the coach plan, and then they will purchase the subscription, and it will go to their athletes. The athletes will not be purchasing the subscription.
So they give the athlete access to it through some mechanism?
Correct.
Okay, I didn't know. I'm going to let the experts
All right.
You had a slide that showed that the app development, I thought, was 50,000, but you were asking for 15. Did I misunderstand the 50,000? How are you going to do it?
Go back through, there you go.
It says you need 50,000 to the app, so how are you going to do that if you only ask for 15?
So we're asking for 15,000 to cover the cost of the alpha version of our app. So it's going to be a little more basic than the final product of our app. So it's going to help us gather investors and get our idea out there to help us get more money to build the finalized app.
I would think that for most coaches and athletes who would employ trainers, they have points of measurement along the way to see whether or not it's effective. I mean, does your app allow for that? Points of progress?
Like logging of like workouts?
Well, whether the exercise program that's prescribed is working.
Or that they're using it.
Yeah, because you have that on like your Kindle. We'll say, oh, you've read for 800 straight days or something like that.
You know, you maybe have a starting point of being able to do 50 sit-ups, pick an exercise and get to 100. But I mean, what are your points that would allow the next user to say, yes, I want to do this because I know it works, as opposed to just being informational?
We plan to have a tracking progress, as back to what she said, I believe, of everything that the athlete has completed.
That also makes room for competitive aspects within the app. So if individual athletes want to do specific challenges of workouts, they can compete in that measure, and I'll keep them on the app as well.
We also plan to create more workout plans as time goes on.
The coach can monitor their progress?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And see if they're in fact doing it. They would log on, and of course they could just say they did not.
Yes.
but-
Yes.
Or that the exercises prescribed are
effective.
Correct ones.
Quick question. What do you have now? You don't have the app. This is really content-based, so you need workouts on there. Do you have coaches that are, like, what do you guys actually have? Do you have interested coaches and they're going to be creating content? I just heard you say we're going to be creating content. So who's going to be creating the content? And then you just addressed my second question of how is it going to be sticky? The third part, just got to get it all in, is I'm wondering if you have the right revenue model, and maybe you do. So in order to get coaches on there, because you need to drive the coaches, can you offer a freemium model initially just to get them on, and then after they get 10 users or they do 10 workouts or something, you start charging. So what do you guys have? What's your revenue model?
So we currently have a concept that we've created with the research we've conducted so far. On to the third question, back to our market research, we talked to the boys lacrosse coach here, and we plan on using him.
We plan on starting up a sort of pilot program so we can give out our alpha app development to him. So then it's free, of course, and so they can see the app and we can get feedback for it.
So the most important thing you need are the what do you need to really, you need the app and then you need coaches. That's what you need, right? I'm trying to figure out what you need, your priorities.
We're looking to network with trainers and coaches and...
Some of the things we need, we're looking to employ someone that is an expert in the field that will help us with the research side. And that will also help us not only network, but that will help us with like the research itself on the app. So with the network individuals, we hope not only to like spread our idea, but to get investors, etc.
Do you envision using video? I would think like just videoing maybe the coach doing some of the workout moves.
Yes, actually, that's been brought to our attention, and we're really like the idea. We plan on hiring someone to record them performing the exercise to incorporate within the app when we describe what the exercise is.
Right, or maybe not the coach, the trainer, or something like
Yes.
that, right? Yeah.
So is anybody doing this? I saw you went through kind of quickly your competition, but it would seem to me that what Peloton does or one of the others, that seems like Secretary Merrick mentioned, it seems like that would be a video piece that would maybe not their coach, but when you take it, some coach or some trainer that's maybe even an expert in the field of training for lacrosse or something like that would be communicating that. But
yeah, I love it that you're working with the health and fitness industry, but it is a very crowded space, Bruce. Millions and millions of dollars are being poured into this, so it's a very crowded space.
Yes, Box to Box is kind of similar to our app. However, it's mainly just for soccer, and we offer this for multiple sports. So it will give you exercise ideas on what to do only based on soccer. And we are offering workout plans for multiple sports, as well as descriptions and videos, which makes us unique.
How successful is Box to Box?
Pretty successful.
From our looks, it's like.
Do you have any idea how many subscribers, or do you know people that use Box to Box, or
Not Box to Box, but we do know people that use TC Connect. However, that is just for people looking to go in the gym, looking for exercises to do and workout plans to complete, while we're targeted towards sports. If that answers your question.
I'll echo the comments of some of the judges. It's a crowded space. There's a lot of apps that do workout tracking and lots of video-based content where there's really high-quality things to follow. But I do like the coach angle, where you've got you're specifically trying to learn from a coach who's trying to build you up. And so leaning into the Secretary's idea of how can that become more personalized to the coach, how can that really become a platform that enables them to coach you is really good. One question is just on your revenue model, whether you've considered App Store fees, because they're substantial.
Yes, we consider App Store fees, and we've also done research that App Store takes 15% of cut of subscriptions for a new startup small business, and once we make more than $1 million in revenue, it will take 30% cut for 1 year, and it'll drop down to 15% for the rest of the years.
And that was baked into your revenue
Yes.
projections?
Well, I like your comment about the coach, because they know their athletes, and probably if you have the opportunity to customize it for the coach to say, this athlete needs this exercise or this routine, and another athlete, not a one size fits all. So the coach angle is a good one.
An expense I invite you to consider is insurance, because I can see if somebody follows your exercise regimen and they do something wrong, that somebody's going to say, well, you caused that. So just keep that in mind. It's
I think someone would looking to blame someone else?
Yeah.
A couple. I'm wondering if you have the right customer. I think there are a lot of eager parents out there that are looking for their children to succeed in sports. And so, is the coach the right customer, or is it actually the athlete and the parents actually paying for the subscription? The other thing is, I love a subscription model. I invest in technology companies all the time. So, with a subscription model, you have to track certain metrics. Have you thought about what, once you launch this, what are some of the key performance indicators that you're going to track?
Can you
Not yet. Yeah, so some things like having the number of coaches, the number of users, the number of downloads, like those kind of things are really important. The amount of time that people spend on it. Are they like getting on it and watching it and jumping off, or are they spending lots of time on it? You have to look at retention. So are you retaining customers? Are they re-upping? That's really important. One of the big things that we look at for subscription based revenue models is the cost of acquisition of a customer. So identifying who your customer is and how much it's going to cost to go get them is really a key indicator. It's hard to estimate initially, but it's important.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, Monique, because something that we've learned over the years, and I've helped start and launch or invest in a lot of software companies, and what is really important is to identify early on who your early adopters are. There are some people, and there will be some coaches at some schools, who geek out on technology. They're eager to be the first to try something. They want to be out there on the cutting edge, and those are the people who are going to be able to give you the best feedback. And for all the products, actually, tonight, that we've been talking about.
The other component, my grandson plays basketball, and he's involved with IMG. And IMG sends him things about different clinics he can go to and different things that he can do. But there's always a piece at the bottom that says, ask the coach. So you can actually hit the button, and then he can ask the coach, well, is this a good idea, or is that a bad idea, or should I be doing this, or should I be doing that? He doesn't get workouts, but he gets clinics and things like that. They talk to him about different opportunities as they come up for someone in basketball. So you might want to think about that, be able to have some sort of direct impact to your coach. Or
Yes, we've actually had many suggestions on having a way to communicate with coaches or even like physical trainers as well, because we feel, leading back to your question, that will help us under that.
Well, it says, I like that your total addressable market is huge, so if you can just make a little impact into it, you could have a lot of success. So good market choice.
Well, thank you all very much. Great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Team Elite. If you like their business idea, be sure to vote for them during the audience choice portion of the night later this evening. The last team of the night will be Madison Taylor, Madeline Lane, and Olivia Nichols. Please welcome Team Cleatskins.
Good evening. Let's slow down a bit. Hi, I'm Olivia, Chief of Communications.
I'm Maddie, Chief of Marketing.
And I'm MJ, Chief of Financials.
Our journey began with an initial idea to make our lives easier as athletes. We settled on finding a solution to cut down field transition times while also prolonging the life of our pricey cleats. Through our competition discovery, we found a company located in Hong Kong that's already solving these issues. This company is Cleatskins. We reached out to the owner only to find out that Cleatskins is not his top priority. Therefore, he has no sales coming in. We see this as the perfect opportunity to establish a United States entity of Cleatskins, and we are working to become the exclusive U.S. distributor. Now that you know a little bit more about us, let's take a look at our product. Cleatskins are a one-stop solution to ease the journey from field to field. Our simple design is packed with detail to transform your cleat into a flat-soled shoe, which not only protects the cleats from wear and tear on hard surfaces, but it also protects the athlete in those cleats. You see, when our superstars are moving on solid ground, there isn't enough traction between the spike and that surface. Cleatskins provides the traction you've been lacking to prevent slips and falls, with the added benefit of sealed-in dirt and grass that won't escape on the ride home.
Our value proposition is, designed for ease and efficiency, our cover not only protects your cleats, but saves you up to $300 in unnecessary expenses. Now, our competition consists of 3 main branches: Crocs, slides, and other slip-on shoes. We compete in different aspects. First off is price. While our competitors range from $50 to over $300, our product will hit the market at the affordable price of $34.95. Not only is our product already at a comfortable price, but our unique sizing ranges combines 3 shoe sizes into each pair, allowing for extended wear as your feet and shoe size grow. Now, as you may have noticed, we based our competition off substitution. We want athletes to use our product instead of changing into different shoes, providing a time-effective and money-saving solution. Now, our customer segment is split in 2. We focus on the wants and needs of our athletes as well as our parents. Now, our athletes love their status. They want to have the coolest, newest product in town. With Cleatskins, this is achievable. Cleatskins relieves time from your day, allowing you to be punctual. As cleats are worn on different surfaces, studs lose traction, so why not prolong their use? As kiddos walk on different surfaces, they cause damage to your house, car, and other surfaces. Moreover, all these pains build up and cause frustration for your parents. Unnecessary time is wasted cleaning up easily preventable messes and purchasing new cleats.
The global soccer cleat market was valued at $18.2 billion in 2021, as well as a new high of 256 million soccer athletes were also reported. Key players are actively focusing on new product development for enhanced functionality, which is a perfect window in the market for a new and innovative product like Cleatskins. In addition, the market is projected to expand at a compound annual growth rate of 5.5% over the next 7 years. This growth can be attributed to increasing popularity in the sport, rising income levels in developing countries, as well as technological advancements in the soccer cleat industry. As athletes ourselves, we have grown our network to include organizations such as Rush Soccer, local high schools, and tournament organizers in hopes of making whole team sales. With this in mind, we plan to target soccer primarily before expanding our market into other cleat-bearing sports.
In our first year, we plan to sell 1,100 units. We will start selling in September and have a steady amount of sales for the first 4 months until December, when sales start to increase steadily as we go into the holidays and spring sports. June will be our best month with 110 units sold, giving us a total revenue of $38,500. For our cost of goods sold, we have two costs. The first is purchasing our products from Cleatskins, which will be around $5 per unit, and the second is shipping, which will be $1 per unit, giving us a total cost of goods sold of $6 per unit. We plan to sell our product for $34.95, so we can include free shipping for online orders. With a total cost of goods sold of $6, we have a gross profit of $28.95, or 83%. We plan to sell our product wholesale for $17.50, giving us a gross profit of $11.50, or 65%. In our first year, we will have a total revenue of $38,500, a gross profit of $32,000, and a net income of $30,000. We are asking for $10,000 to purchase 1,300 pairs of Cleatskins. We will also take $2,000 of this to market our product on social media as well as at tournaments.
Now, in order to break even, when selling retail, we will have to sell 350 units, which will take around 5 months. Or when selling wholesale, which will take around 10 months, we will have to sell roughly 870 units.
Judges, unlike other pitches you've heard tonight, our product is ready for market right now. We plan to sell a majority of our inventory direct to consumer at upcoming tournaments in the area. Our sales channels are also constantly growing through various social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Advertisements on these platforms will be directed to our Shopify store, which we are in the process of setting up. Now, we know overseas business has its risks, which is why we're closely working with a business attorney to represent us through this process. In conclusion, we are taking a step in the right direction towards a product that will revolutionize the sports industry. This season is just kicking off, so grab your cleats and your wallets and join us in taking game days to the next level. Thank you.
So, what type of relationship do you have with the manufacturer?
Our mentor, Todd Williams, is currently overseeing all communications between Simon Galvin, the current owner of Cleatskins, and we are working on finalizing our distribution agreement with him, which will give us access, it will give us rights to the company logo and the Shopify store.
And all social media platforms.
So, I understand, but if I'm an overseas manufacturer and I've got 3 very enthusiastic, very energetic, hardworking high school students, and all of a sudden a little bit of the market starts to take off, you're not moving enough product for him to make him happy. I mean, how does all that play out? What is that relationship?
So currently Simon is a bank owner, so this business is currently his side hustle, so it's currently on pause. And when we reached out with him, he was really excited because he wanted to get the business up and running. And so we're currently figuring out how we're going to sell it and how fast we're going to sell it. We're just currently waiting on everything to be finalized so we can get it to the market as soon as possible.
How many units, I missed that again, I didn't write it down fast enough, do you initially plan on purchasing?
We plan on purchasing 1,300 units.
You need 350 to break even?
Yes, sir.
Would he sell you 350?
Yes.
So if you're using his name, will he expect a royalty on sales?
We haven't yet figured that out. We know that we're buying wholesale from him, and that includes our shipping and cost of the market, or the product, sorry. But when we finalize our agreement, we will work that out.
It's creative. How did you discover the company?
So in October, when we were going through our customer discovery and our competition discovery, we had 3 main competitors, and Cleatskins was our #1 competitor. We actually emailed them, we found their Instagram and Facebook account, and we were curious to how they got their business up and running, because we first wanted to create this business ourselves and create a product very similar like this by ourselves. And we actually had a Zoom meeting with the former owner, and he directed us to the current owner. And through more discovery and research, we have continued to partner with him and join him in
Where
his
overseas
discovery.
is this?
He's in Hong Kong.
Pardon me, Hong Kong?
Yes.
Not China.
Not China.
Is there a patent on this, or?
There is a patent, and it's good until 2030.
Till 23?
Yes.
This year?
2030. 2030.
Oh, 2030.
Do you have a cleat? Can we see how it goes on a cleat?
We did not bring a cleat on stage with us, I'm sorry.
Okay. And so why did he shelve this idea? Just because he owns a bank and it just wasn't his primary business?
So the very previous owner, they're both lawyers, and so they both weren't collecting enough revenue through the business to have it as a full-time job. So they sold it to Simon, who's in Hong Kong, and he's just really focused on his first job right now as a banker, and he just has not figured out all the logistics and his marketing tactics through Hong Kong.
Well, this is a lot more fun than banking. Where are you going to store all your product?
We plan to store the products in a 3PL warehouse once we get the money to buy them in bulk.
So I have a question, because our sons, who are now 21 and 24, played every sport, and they could have used this, especially on the hardwood floors. The question I have, though, is have you tested it for those little pellets that come out of the AstroTurf, or what, I don't even know the proper name for it, but it was thick over everything, and they would track as much of that into the house. But what have you tested that out with? Like if they're coming off the field and having all those pellets, are this is going to stay on, for example?
We haven't tested it with turf shoes yet, because they don't necessarily have like the spiky studs on the bottom of the shoe, but we will.
Can they fulfill the orders? Who's manufacturing?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very good.
Livy, it's this one.
Those are nice looking cleats. Here we go. That's nice. I think Monique wants to see this too. Thank you. Thank you. Very cool. Very colorful.
Thank you so much.
Have you tried these yourselves?
Yes, we have.
And they stay on?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So do you have to buy them in a size smaller or something like that, so you stretch them on? Is that how that kind of works? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, from a fulfillment standpoint, is anybody manufacturing these now?
Yes, we have. There is a current manufacturer. We have all the molds and the material, but they're just not currently producing it and selling it.
But what makes you think that they'll do this for you?
We've been in close contact with the owner, and throughout our research with our business attorney, Joel Ankney, we have had...
Who's your business attorney?
Joel Ankney. We have had meetings with him and also been speaking with him through Todd and Joel, and he's agreed with us to partner and further move forward with this idea, and he wants to get up and running as soon as we can finalize all the legal issues.
Will you have an exclusivity in any part in the United States, or You will.
Yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
plan to.
And Todd is your mentor?
Yes, sir.
Could you,
What kind of cuts Todd taking?
could these be custom for like school colors? Like, so a coach could say, well, my whole football team is going to have these in maroon.
Yes, with our agreement, we plan to get contact with the manufacturer so that we can place bulk orders of school colors with the school logo.
can you go back to your use of proceeds, how you
Yes,
would
ma'am.
use the money?
Cost of goods sold.
So purchasing,
That's the purchasing the cleat skins.
okay, and that includes all the attorney's costs and all of that. What does purchasing cleat skins mean to you?
Is that, excuse me.
Go ahead.
Purchasing cleat skins means that's what we're going to use to purchase the product.
So that
But-
$8 a unit,
$6 per unit.
$6.
1,000, 8,000.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a royalty or a rev share, and I think, does that include this? Is that included?
It's not currently, but we plan to incorporate it once we get the finalization of the distribution agreement.
Yeah, I think you have this product's great. I'm a little suspicious as to why the people had it. We give you an exclusive right for $38,000 in sales in a year for the United States. But put that aside for a moment. I think there are expenses you haven't considered, and you might need more money. But in terms of your product, I think your product it looks, it's a great idea.
Thank you so much.
Great idea.
Thank you.
I think it's even a better idea that you figured out on your own that if you could find a distributor or somebody else already doing it, rather than have to do it, all you have to do is have the exclusive relationship to bring somebody else's product in here. You have no overhead. You have nothing else to do other than make sure that you do the marketing, that you get it out there and protect yourself, and ship the product in and store it somewhere in Virginia Beach or Norfolk or wherever. I think that's, everybody else, all the students that I've talked to over the years, and we've been doing that, is always trying to figure out how to manufacture something. And it's hard, and a lot of times they don't think through all the component parts of trying to actually manufacture it, market it, store it, labor, everything else. You've jumped over all of that. And if you can bring it in for $6, it looks like $8 to me, but $6 a unit, you're miles ahead of the game. All you need to do is go hire Drew to get your marketing rolling. So.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I'll hire whichever one of you did that motion piece at the beginning. Really well done. Yeah, I think it's a great presentation, great product. Agree with Bruce's comments.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much. Well done.
In terms of products that sell, I think that would sell.
Thank you to Team Cleat Skins. If you like their business idea, be sure to vote for them during the audience choice portion of the night later this evening. This concludes the Incubator EDU pitches for the evening. Let's give one more round of applause for all of our amazing teams. That's good. Okay. In just a few moments, our judges will begin their deliberation to determine which of those 6 teams will receive funding. As a reminder, the Incubator EDU teams who are awarded funding tonight will move on to the Accelerator EDU class and be able to launch their businesses next school year. I would like to invite the judges at this time to move off stage and begin the judges' deliberation session. We will see them all back on stage in just a few minutes for the announcement of the awards. This brings us to the audience choice portion of the night. You all heard from 6 extraordinary incubator teams, and now it is time to choose which one you like the most. On the screens, you'll see a QR code that you can scan in order to cast your vote for who was your favorite. Who will the audience choose? Will it be Team Equipped? Thank you. Will it be Team Beach Bomb? Okay. Will it be Team Grip and Go? Will it be Team Bling? Will it be Team Elite? Or will it be Team Cleatskins? This voting form will be open for submissions for the next 5 minutes, so please get those votes in as soon as you can. During the 5 minutes that the audience choice voting form is available, we would like to display commercial videos created by this year's 10 additional teams. All of these teams you have seen have gone through the Incubator EDU course this year and would like to share their businesses with you through 30-second commercial clips. Enjoy.
Solving the problem of uncomfortable, painful hats with a comfortable padded insert. Embrace the Bambino look.
She just can't seem to get that poster off. Oh no! Oh no! It damaged the poster! Who was that? A solution? Wow, it looks like it might work. Let's test it out. Now, let's see if this product really works. Wow, it comes off perfectly. Hooray! We're Team Poster Buddy with the only magnets that can perfectly buddy up with your posters. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Aaron with Team Crescent. Let's go see what the rest of the team is up to. Come on in. Hey Kylie, what's up?
Oh! Hey y'all, I'm Kylie, the marketing officer, and I'm working on ways to spread the word of Crescent. So what is Crescent? We are a public benefit organization that features children artwork on our t-shirts, and we're planning to partner with Kids in Art Foundation to provide ill children all over the country with art supplies.
Awesome, thanks Kylie. Let's go see what Hannah and Sam are up to. Hey Sam, what are you up to?
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm the operating officer, and right now I'm working on fundraising ideas for us to become an official business. If you want to learn more about our funding journey, you can look at our table display.
That's amazing, Sam. I wonder what Hannah could be up to. Hey Hannah, you look like you're working hard over here. Oh my gosh, you startled me. Hey, I'm Hannah, the informations officer. Right now, I'm ordering more shirts so we can sell at Pitch Night. So far, we've sold 13 shirts and made a profit. Wow, that's super cool, Hannah. And you can buy those t-shirts at our table display.
Our shirts are $20 and 35% of the profits go to Kids in Art Foundation to help kids in critical health conditions to relieve their stress and anxiety.
That's even better. Thank you for coming on our Crescent Company tour. We hope you all have a great day. See ya. Bye. Bye.
Man, it's really cold out here. I know, this AC's ridiculous. Hey Isaac, how are you not cold right now?
I have a freeze aid.
What's a freeze aid?
We are a hands-free, easy-to-use warming adhesive patch that you can apply to your skin to stay warm while staying active.
Have you ever experienced being too cold and your hands being full?
We at Team Freeze Aids have a solution for you. For our MVP journey, we've started with activated charcoal, iron fillings, vermiculite, and Band-Aids.
Our customer segment consists of athletes, spectators, and coaches.
For bandages, we spent 37 cents and hand warmers 74 cents, totaling $1.17.
Yo, I need a job, or my mom said I need one. Man, I've been looking for some internship opportunities, bro. Yeah, I need interviews for my new business. Oh, me too, bro.
Well, I recommend Jevy.
What's that?
Jevy is a website that connects high school students to businesses that need volunteers, interns, job and event seekers.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing.
Where can we find you?
Well, you can find us on our Instagram at Jevy_business.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Wow, nice to meet you.
I really needed Jevy in my life. You definitely did.
Hello, we are Toad Anti-Cheat. An anti-cheat is a computer program used in video games designed to detect and stop hackers, preventing them from ruining the game for others and costing the game developers money, a lot like a referee for sports, except online and automatic. There are over 3,500 video game development companies in the US, so there must be a lot of high-quality anti-cheats out there already, right? Well, not exactly. While there are a lot of anti-cheats in the market, most aren't maintained well, and some don't even work at all. Toad aims to develop an anti-cheat that effectively stops hackers, is always fully updated, and suits all our customer needs.
Hi, my name is Brennan, and I'm from Chiefs 1, and this is our product, Line of Hat. It solves frizziness, hair damage, and your day-to-day bedhead. Now we're going to go to Tay with the live demonstration of how our product works.
What are you doing?
I'm showing how our product, Line of Hat, works. Then, our product can go with any hat that you have. And once you take it off, it looks good as new.
This is Amani. Amani woke up with tangled frizzy hair and now has 15 minutes to do her 30-minute hair routine. What if there was a product that could help her cut this time in half? Well, there is.
Our brush unscrews at the bottom so you can pour your desired product inside. It's then dispensed through holes in between the bristles using air pressure so you can brush and distribute product in your hair at the same time.
Want to learn more about us? Check us out on our Instagram
@thefab4you.
How many of you guys have ever found yourselves in this situation? Over time, skateboard graphics tend to get destroyed and unrecognizable. What better way to fix that problem than with the custom graphic of your choosing? With Visualize, you can take your once ruined graphics and turn it into a board you're proud of. Here at Visualize, we pack you a kit so you have everything you need to revitalize your board with a fresh graphic you're sure to love. I'm Karina. I'm out.
Bro, you got a hole in your shoe. What the heck? I wish I had something to patch it up. I swear.
You guys know what you need?
What?
Kick tape.
What's that?
This is a new durable suede patch that goes on skate shoes.
Where do you start?
Right here.
Oh, how do you use this?
Thank you. All you need to do is cut, peel, and apply.
Okay.
You peel back the white part. You take this side and you put it down on your patch.
What?
Look at that.
Yo, ain't no way. That thing's crazy.
What?
Wow, our teams came up with some really amazing business ideas this year. It goes without saying, but this program would not have been possible without the support of so many local entrepreneurs who work with our students. We would like to recognize those supporters this evening and ask those in attendance to stand to be recognized for their work with teams this year. The following supporters served as coaches this year. Coach of the pricing lesson, Mike Bayrott. Coach of the value proposition lesson, Sharon Scannell. Coach of the business relationship lesson, Joel Anke. And the following supporters served as mentors to teams this year. Steve Maribel, mentor of Equipped. Lisa Prudenti, mentor of Beach Bomb. Mike Bayrott and Ben Equiden, mentors of Grip and Go. Vicky Renzulli, mentor of Bling. Tara Schultz, mentor of Elite. Brian Bartko and Todd Williams, mentors of Cleatskins. Chris Taylor, mentor of Bambino Apparel. Aaron Heffelfinger, mentor of Crescent. Ivory Bivens, mentor of Fab For You. Megan Raftery, mentor of Jevi. Pierre Granger, mentor of Kicktape. Katie Niehoff, mentor of Freezaid. John Late, mentor of Sworn. Mark Klett, mentor of Poster Buddy. Zion Gooden, mentor of Toad. And Jim McCullough, mentor of Visualize. The next group of supporters served on the Board of Advisors and viewed the preliminary pitches and offered advice to the teams. Please hold your applause until all the names are read. Sharon Scannell, Marty Kazabowski, Chris Makut, Kate Meekin, Phil Russo, Dominic Wright, Mike Zeiders, Lee Sheridan, Howard Hessen, and Season Roberts. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Thank you to all of our community partners who assisted with the Inc. and Excel programs this year. We are always on the lookout for more business leaders to work with our students in various ways, such as masterclass presenters, Inc. and Excel volunteers, and even hosting a senior intern. Please reach out to Megan Timlin or Ashley Houchins, or check out the Ways to Get Involved flyer on our website for more details. At this time, I would like to welcome one of our fabulous EBA teachers to the stage. Mr. Justin Morris teaches the freshman class called the Introduction to the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy. He also runs our school store. Please welcome Mr. Morris.
Hey, good evening, everybody. You guys have been fantastic turning out supporting our Kempsville Chiefs this evening. And, you've given a lot of applause to the students that have been up here, a lot of the judges. I think you deserve a round of applause yourselves, because none of these students could get up here and do this without your support, your love, and your encouragement, all right? So give it up for yourselves. Thank you for coming out and supporting them tonight. So thanks, Ian. As he was saying, I run our school store, the Trading Post, here at Kempsville, and you all have done a great job supporting the school store throughout the year. I've got a couple of school store volunteers who are going to come up to the front of the auditorium, and we did a raffle earlier tonight, and we've got some EBA merch we're going to bestow upon a couple of people. Some of the winners tonight are Yvonne Orio. Give it up for Yvonne. Thanks for coming out and supporting us, Yvonne. The next one, Anthony Taylor. And if you're still here in the auditorium, just come down front or wave at one of our school store employees and they're going to hook you up. Next, Brian Vo. Next, Caitlin Doherty. And finally, Laura Morgan. Thank you all for coming out. Thanks for supporting our Chiefs. We appreciate you.
Lastly, this night would not have been possible without the generous support of Mr. Bruce Thompson and the fellow judges this evening. Truly, we thank you.
The Entrepreneurship and Business Academy at Kempsville High School provides a very unique opportunity to students who select the E&I strand. This cutting-edge entrepreneurship curriculum allows students to experience business development firsthand. Students begin the year by learning about the Lean Startup method in the business model canvas. They then form teams and begin brainstorming ideas that they themselves are passionate about solving. For forming teams, students then pitch their business ideas to 16 mentors where they will be matched up with a local entrepreneur who has a similar goal in mind. Mentors have played a very significant role in the development of business over the years, and when asked, many people will say that without our mentor, we would be nowhere today. Students then get to work, pitching at various points throughout the year, especially at their major pitch where they conduct their MVP or minimum viable product testing plan. They will then ask the Board of Advisors for funding money to create and test a prototype. Finally, the course comes to an end with the main event, Pitch Night. This is where the top teams take the main stage to present their business ideas in hopes of real seed funding money.
Now, the judges are still in deliberations, so if you'll be patient with us, they should be coming out any moment with the results of the evening. Thank you.
back out.
We ran out of money. Just kidding.
All right, we're going to kick off the awards with 3 awards that took place either during judges' deliberation or before this event started. So the first award I'm going to give out is the Audience Choice Award to Team Cleatskins. The next award, the 10 teams who did not pitch on the stage participated in an elevator pitch competition out in the hallways earlier tonight, and the winner of the best elevator pitch is Team Fab for You, who are in the audience.
Secretary's going to make a comment first.
Yes. All right, and then also before the evening started, our Best Table Display Award goes to Team Grip and Go. All right, and to kick off the next awards, I'm going to welcome up the Honorable Karen Merrick, Secretary Karen Merrick.
Thank you. Well, thank you. You should all know that the young women and men who were presenting on this stage this evening are truly exceptional. I have hired thousands of people in my career starting companies, and I work with companies every day who say, we need people with the talents that these young men and women showed us tonight. They already possess these talents and skills. They're poised, communication, boldness, courage, imagination. What would become possible, what will become possible when these young men and women are unleashed into college and the workforce in our economy? We need more young men and women like this, and you are all role models. So I commend you and I thank you.
Well, the moment we've all been waiting for. But before we get started, the old guy has a commercial announcement. First of all, this is not possible. The poise, the confidence, the approach, the way the teams walked out here doesn't just happen just because they have a good idea. During the course of the year, that idea has been fostered, it's been nourished, and confidence has been built. And this goes solely to the way the curriculum is written and the way the curriculum is administrated. So, Ms. Megan Timlin and Ms. Ashley Hopkins, give them a big hand. So, we've had some great responses. The judges were unanimous in their decisions about the awards that are going to be given tonight. And first and foremost, the notion that we could figure out how to take our chapstick and not have it melted all over the place, be able to keep it in our pocket with a keychain. Now, there are some challenges that we noted, that either we're going to have to find an influencer or somebody like a big surfer or, like I said, a hot model or something to attach themselves to it, or figure out how to produce it for less. But we think the idea is strong enough that they've asked for $3,000, and we'd like to see them moving along a little bit further. So let's give Beach Bum a big hand.
If everyone will look at Mr. Morris, Mr. Schleck right there. We got all our judges in. I love you, Kelsey. I love you more, Kelsey.
They're your first sales right there. Guess we're going to keep going back at it.
One of the comments that all the judges felt strongly about and had probably our highest score without any exception for the novelty of the idea, the execution, and the presentation goes to Grip and Go!
Congratulations, ladies! Girl power!
All right, we'll go. I'm Uncle B.
Congratulations. Now, there is something that all of us know in business as entrepreneurs. The devil is in the details. And that's our concern with cleat skins. The devil is in the detail. We wanted very much to give cleat skins the money and to fund their ask, but we were unable to until such time as you get that agreement signed for some distribution rights. So we're leaving it up to the school. But in the meantime, we're going to give you $10,000.
It's cleats on. It's cleats on.
Great job, ladies!
Congratulations. Congratulations.
The three other teams had one thing or two things in common: Bling, Elite, and Equip. They're in very, very, very crowded space. They've got great ideas, but the value proposition we did not feel was there. We think that the concepts need more work. We've given a lot of feedback to the faculty on how to maybe refine that proposition, that value proposition, or to enhance the product in some other ways that they have to figure out on their own. That being said, we're going to leave with the school while they work with those three, because entrepreneurs have to pivot. They've got to look at this as a challenge, not as a defeat. We're going to leave the school with $6,000 to work with those three entities, Bling, Elite, and Equip, to try and refine their offering, improve the value proposition, and then as they need some money, they'll be able to dole it out. But at this time, we think all three of them, great ideas, great presentations, fabulous presentations, but the ideas just need some refinement. So we're going to leave the money with the school. It'll be up to those young entrepreneurs to work with the faculty to refine their concept. And I'm confident that they have the ability, they have the skill, and they have the creativity to be able to get ultimately what they want with a little bit more work. But I want to give them all a big hand. Bling, Elite, and Equip. Lastly, if we were to run an hourly rate on what's sitting on this stage, I would have to take out a loan that even Morgan Davis couldn't fund to pay these guys for what they earn per hour, and ladies, excuse me. So it's awesome that these entrepreneurs, these pillars in the business community would take out of their time to come down here and work with these young folks and the faculty to hopefully motivate, instill more confidence, and give you some constructive feedback to be able to continue your path towards entrepreneurship. So let's give all of the judges, all of the panel, all the sharks a big hand as we invite them back next year. Thank you very much. Thank you all. I think that concludes our program, but I'll let you do what you... Oh, yeah, I'm sure you do.
Thanks, Mr.
All right, the old guy's going to sit down right now.
Pickleball, pickleball.
Pickleball.
Let me be one of the first to say congratulations to all of our teams and winners. The teams that receive funding tonight will work over the summer to form LLCs, open bank accounts, and begin launching their businesses. We are so excited to see how these student businesses grow over the next school year and what they have in store for the future community. A big thank you again to Mr. Bruce Thompson and these amazing judges for this evening for helping us make this event possible. I can't do this without y'all. And thank you to you, our amazing audience, for your constant support of our students, and have a great rest of your night. Cheers.
Great job.